When you are speaking to another caller, you can put them on hold. Let's say that we're on a conversation and using our speakerphone. While the call is connected, you would press the hold function key to place the caller on hold. When you place a caller on hold, the corresponding line appearance turns red and blinks. If you are not on another call while a call is on hold, you will hear a reminder ring in 15 seconds and at 1-minute intervals after that. To take the caller off of hold, you would press the unhold soft key or the hold function key again. To take this caller off of hold, I'm going to press the unhold soft key. If you press the directory key, a list of your Shoreware contacts appears in your LCD window. You can then navigate through the list using the scroll button to move up or down. Or, once the directory is open, you can use your dial pad to drill down into a subset of names by selecting the dial pad key that corresponds to the letter of the destination party's first name. So, when I have the directory open, I can always use the scroll button to go up and down in the list of users. When I locate the user that I'm looking for, I can then press the dial soft key, which creates an outgoing call. As I mentioned, you can always use the dial pad as well to locate a user. So let's say that I would like to reach Scott Schilling. My directory is already open, so I would simply press the dial pad key that has S, which is the number 7. This returns a list of users whose first name or last name begins with P, Q, R, or S. You can then scroll down in this subset of users to Scott's name and then press one of the soft keys, like dial. In this example, when I press the dial soft key, the outgoing call is placed to Scott, and my auto off-hook preference is set to speakerphone. Pressing the Options key brings up a list of configuration and user preference menus. To access this key, and you can see here, I'll press it, you will need to know your user password. The default password is 1234. If you do not know your password, please ask your system administrator for this information. In the Options menu, you can set call handling modes, configure your auto off hook, or you can change the sound of your ringtone. You can also program buttons. The buttons refer to the custom keys on the right side of your phone. Let me point out a few other options. If you are a workgroup agent or if you have Bluetooth functionality, you can configure this as well. Please refer to the appropriate user guide for more information on each of these functions. In this section, I will show you how to program a button. First, you select option number 4 in the menu and press the Edit soft key. You will be prompted to press the custom key that you would like to program. After selecting our custom key, we would then select a function. I'll select the dial number menu item. To find the dial number function, I have to scroll down, and after I find the dial number function, I have two options in my soft keys. I can select back or next, and so I press next. I'm then prompted to enter an extension or an external number. I'm going to enter the extension of an internal user, 1001. After I enter the extension 1001, I press the next soft key. I now need to associate a name or label with this extension. To do that, I'm going to use my dial pad and the characters on it. Let's say that this is Jim's number. To enter the name Jim, I press the 5 or JKL key, which enters J. I then need to enter I. To enter this next character, I need to press the 4 or GHI dial pad key 3 times very quickly to toggle between the characters from G to I. Lastly, to enter M, I need to press the number 6, which corresponds to M, N, and O. After pressing the number 6, do you see how Jim's name now appears at the bottom of my LCD screen? I press the Done soft key, and then to finalize my edits, I press the Done key one more time. Jim's name is now next to the custom key that we've programmed. Since we programmed this custom key with a dial number function, when we press the custom key next to Jim's name, an outgoing call to Jim is made. Please be aware that the keys that you can program will depend on your system permissions. You press the intercom function key when you would like to speak with another shortware user without ringing their extension. You and the person you're calling must both have permissions to use intercom, and when you use intercom, intercom overrides any call handling modes the destination party has set on their phone. This allows you to talk directly with users who might have forward always to voicemail configured in their call handling mode. Let me demonstrate the intercom feature. First, I press the intercom function key and then dial the destination party's number. I press the intercom soft key. The intercom call connects with the destination party's extension without even ringing their phone. Let's say that I receive a call from Scott Schilling. I answer the call. I then press the transfer function key. My primary line appearance turns to red and is blinking, and my secondary line appearance comes off hook and is green. I can then enter a phone number, extension, or I can press the directory button to select a user. Let me show you how we would use the directory to locate our destination party for the transfer. First, I press the directory function key. I would like to transfer this call to Yoshi. Since his first name begins with Y, I press the number 9 on my dial pad. I press the select soft key to select Yoshi's name, and since we're doing a blind transfer, I press the transfer soft key next, and the call is successfully transferred. In a consultative or warm transfer, I need to first check with the destination party to ensure that they would like to speak with a caller. So again, let's say that I received a call from Steve. First, I have to press the transfer function key. After pressing the transfer function key, I enter the extension 1004. Before transferring, I press the consult soft key so that I can talk to Yoshi first to ensure that he would like to talk with Steve. After confirming that Yoshi would like to talk to Steve, I press the yes soft key to complete the consultative transfer, and you'll notice the call is dropped from my extension. To create a conference call, I first dial a phone number, extension, or locate a name in the directory and initiate an outgoing call. To demonstrate, I'll call Scott Schilling at extension 1002. Do you see how my first line appearance turns green, showing that I'm connected to Scott? Now that I'm connected to one party, I press a different line appearance key. That puts Scott on hold, and you can see that by the red blinking light on my primary line appearance. I dial extension 1004 so that I can conference in Yoshi. So I dial Yoshi's number. As I'm doing this, do you notice how Scott Schilling is on hold? So Scott is currently on hold while I'm speaking with Yoshi. As you create and manage conference calls, it's important that you track on which of your callers is on hold and which of your callers you're speaking to. To merge the two calls into a conference call, I would press the join soft key. So let me do that. I've successfully created a 3-person conference call between myself, Yoshi, and Scott. My 2 line appearances have collapsed into a single primary line appearance, and there's some text as well at the top of my LCD screen that indicates that I'm in a conference call with 2 other callers. In this example, I have 2 callers in my conference call. Keep in mind that to conference more than 3 callers, you will need the correct permissions from your system administrator. I press a separate line appearance key again if I want to add one more person to this conference call. I'm going to call Penny Peso at extension 1001. After Penny picks up the call, I can talk to Penny and ask her if she would like to be a part of our conference. When she agrees, I press the join soft key. This again collapses the separate line appearances into a single conference call, and the text on the top of my screen shows me the total number of callers in the conference call. You can press the conference function key if you're already speaking with a caller. In this example, you can see I'm talking to Scott Schilling. So let me demonstrate. I have Scott on the line, and so I press the conference key. I enter Yoshi's extension. I then press the conference soft key, which rings Yoshi's extension. That concludes this tutorial. Thank you for choosing ShoreTel.